It's the only place it is. Well, not for the rest of y'all, but you know.
It is a great
There is
ridge.
one other person that lives that's here, but
That's right,
okay.
Katie is our neighbor too out on Crooked Ridge.
We've had lots of great music on Crooked Ridge.
Oh, now I'm telling you.
And this is where, and Pam wrote this song on the front porch, in the swing at Crooked Ridge.
Crooked Ridge. D.
Oh, he's got those great lines too. JC, you want a straight back chair? Katie will trade. Katie, would you trade JC out, please? It's like bouncing.
I don't have the app on my phone anymore.
It's bouncing off me.
When we did Cowboy Weekend, because you know nowadays it's the days of the smartphones, and I was running around backstage with my cowgirl get up on, and I downloaded an app that had a whip on it, and I turned my sound on, so I'd walk up behind somebody and be like, Kutch! And then it'd start playing the theme from Indiana Jones. And I had another one at that time, and it had a revolver on it, so I'd bring it out and I'd be like, put your hands in the air. Boom, 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 boom.
You're one tough cowgirl.
Promise me that you will never leave nobody's darling but mine. Nobody's darling but my love. Be honest, be faithful and true. And promise me that you will never leave nobody's darling but mine. rather be somebody's dog than a poor boy that knows that knows. Ain't nobody's darling but my love. Be honest, be faithful, and true, and promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. Goodbye, it's goodbye, darling. I'm leaving this whole world, but promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. Be nobody's darling but mine. Be honest, be faithful and true, and promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. Be nobody's darling but mine.
When God dips his pen of love in my heart, writes my soul a message he wants me to know. His spirit all divine fills this simple soul of mine. Hallelujah, when God dips his love in my heart. Well, I said I wouldn't tell it to a living soul, how he brought salvation and he made me whole, how I couldn't hide such love Jesus did in part. Well, he made me laugh and he made me cry, set my sinful soul on fire. Hallelujah, when God dips his love in my heart. It's His love in my heart.
I can think how it goes.
In the sky.
We were talking a while ago. Never mind. Clancy said, she's only 16 and she's forgetting words. I went, you wait till you get to be over 50.
You get a little older.
We're over 60.
Yeah, or over 60. I just can't fit.
That reminds me of the night Emily Phillips and you played together. Emily learned, who plays old-time fiddle, those of you who know Emily, she learned some of Robert's dad's songs. And she had asked Robert if he would come out and accompany her the first time she did them at the Folk Center, which was just great. And he was like, oh gosh, he was really kind of nervous about it and everything. And then he went out there and they did, and it was that waltz that your dad had.
Was Sidewalk Waltz.
Sidewalk Waltz. And
She played it on the Folk Center stage.
and it wasn't old enough at that time. But now that the Folk Center has moved, not totally, well, no, I can't even say that. The Folk Center has loosened their 1941 era to include songs that have to do still with the Folk Center's mission of preserving the music of the Ozark Mountain region, or something that has to do with Mountain View or Arkansas. So that Sidewalk Waltz fit all those things since Robert's dad began in 1973 with Robert playing at the Folk Center. But anyway, it was so great. Robert was just playing right along. They all got done with it, and everybody clapped. And, of course, Robert just took right off on stage. I could see Emily going,
I thought we were done.
And it was Robert said, oh, my gosh, I forgot we had 2 more tunes over here.
Following in Dad's tradition.
That's
I
right.
remember the first time Clancy played it, and y'all were out there, but y'all were in the back. And she said, I don't know where they were. I wanted them to dance to that song because it was his dad's. And so she saw you, at, I guess, at intermission or something, and you went, oh, you played that there. It's not old enough.
Well, the first time Robert ever danced when his dad played, we were all at a big festival up in Chicago, and Red was playing the Westphalia Waltz, and Robert and I got to dancing, and Red, who was always trying to get us together for years, he would like, I have this son, he'd say to me, and then he'd say to Robert, oh, there's this girl at the Folk Center, and we were both like, yeah, right, Dad. But anyway, so we saw us dancing together, and he must have played the Westphalia Waltz 20 times. We're like, Red!
We were young, but I was wearing out. My legs are falling off, Dad.
And so we said, what was this, a marathon, you know? And he's like, oh, no, I just like the way you all look together.
Mr. Matchmaker. He was 21 or 22.
He couldn't be any
something like
older
that.
than that.
He was very young.
Was he, J.C.? You don't think he probably was any older
Well, he
now?
was born in 21.
Okay.
No, he was born in 18. So he would have been 20.
Yeah, I guess he
Well,
was.
JC, that was just, I mean, like, how old were you, like 20?
I was only 19 then. 41.
And one of them wild fox boys.
Oh, wait a
Okay, well, that has nothing to do with this song, but anyway. Just reminded me, all those things remind me.
Us picking out here always reminds me of Aunt Dinah's quilting party.
Really? Well, cool. Here we go then. In the sky, the bright stars glitter. On the banks, the pale moon shone. It was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. It was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party. I was seeing Nellie home. On my arm, my soft hand rested light as ocean foam. And it was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. It was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party. I was seeing Nellie home.
seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. It was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party. I was seeing Nellie home.
In my life, new hopes were dawning, and those hopes have lived and grown. For it was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. I was seeing Nellie home. It was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. Yes, it was from Aunt Dinah's quilting party I was seeing Nellie home. You're passing it along, so to speak.
You're passing it along.
That's what Alameda Riddle said when she gave us that song, The Old Elm Tree. She said, you know, I am tired of remembering this tune. I was like, hey, I'm going to use that line.
The old elm tree?
The old elm tree.
Well, why don't you sing it? I don't think I've
Yeah,
sung it.
go ahead.
Well,
and do it.
it's not my pick yet. You go ahead and pick, and then I'm on.
I've been picking for the last hour, so it's your turn.
No, this is a circle thing. Play a good old tune.
Play a good old tune.
Ragtime Annie or something like that.
All right, let's do Ragtime Annie. That's a good one.
I mean, that was my pick,
It
but
hadn't been played yet.
That's all right.
Me, your pick.
I'm going to
Let's
use
fill
it.
your walls.
I'm going to use it.
Didn't hear me.
Y'all
You
ready?
got to watch him. He'll sway you every time.
yeah, right.
It don't take much to twist my arm.
Darn things. Oh, yeah. And weeping willow that's bending low on the green grassy moss where the wildflowers grow. And the mockingbird sings her same sweet lay as she did in that long ago day, where alone my darling sat with me on the green grassy knoll beneath the old elm tree. It was there beneath the bright blue skies above that I told her the tale of my heart's first love. But before the flowers of summer had died, she'd whispered the promise to be my bride. But her tears fell fast as I said goodbye, and I held her close that she would not cry. But before I'd return from the rolling sea, they'd made her a grave beneath the old elm tree. Now cruel and false were the tales they told, that I was untrue and my love had grown cold. And in my heart was another more dear. I'd been false to the vows I had whispered there. Then her cheeks grew pale with her heart's crushed pain, and the beautiful lips never would smile again. And bitterly she wept when they couldn't see, and she wept for our love, and she wept for me. Now she died, and they parted the long dark hair, o'er the pale sweet face death had left so fair. And they made her a grave, what's my mother told me, on the green grassy knoll beneath the old elm tree. Oh love, dear love, my heart's first love, you're singing now with the angels above. And there's nothing on earth that is dearer to me than that lowly little grave beneath the old elm tree. Oh love, dear love, my heart's one love, someday I may meet you in heaven above, and I will know you as you will know me, and we'll love as we love beneath the old elm tree.
Now, the reason I'm telling is that I always thought of the story when I saw Mary walk out on stage. Her voice was so good and clear. At a funeral at St. Joe, they was going to do one song, a graveside service, and they all got there. A lady across the holler, hanging out of wires, didn't know the funeral was going on, started the song that they was going to use, and they stood there silent and used that song at a funeral.
Oh, God.
Isn't that great? And that was that, it was Glenn Morrison's great-great-great-grandma.
Yes.
And I have the tune written down. It's in my wallet. I keep it in my wallet because I'm looking for it. It's a tune he called White Pilgrim, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
But somebody said it had another name. And thanks to J.C., I would have never even known because he just kept on. I mean, I became real interested in it real quickly and have added it to my storytelling.
Yeah.
But if it hadn't been for you to keep on asking around, you know, we wouldn't have run into Glenn, who knew it because of his family story.
That's right. And
So
Glenn
the next
did
thing I have to find out now is that song.
Yeah, well,
so I can add the song as well as the
But
story.
can you imagine, 65 highway today, no 18-wheelers then, but it says across the Holland, this lady just, her voice just rang out. She was singing the song that they were going to use.
That they were going to, oh man.
That's the one they just got silent, so the song was, neither one knew.
That's too cool. And she didn't even know the funeral was going on, did she?
No.
No,
She didn't know
that's
they were
too
He
righteous.
didn't raise
That's
up in the
righteous.
box and go, hey. I would still be running.
That might be another good story.
I could like make that one up. That would go along with my fish story. Well, no, my fish stories are all true.
Okay, I got a story on
Wait,
her
you mean
great
things go down.
Tuck McGlathery. Now listen,
That's
came
Clancy's
from an old
great-grandfather.
man, Glover in Greenbrier. He told me he was real old when I went to Conway years ago. He said, you know, he said, he used to say, I'd ride the horse for miles. If I heard of someone that was real tough, I wanted to fight him. I mean, they would do that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd heard my dad talk about Tuck McGlathery, how tough he was. And he said, I rode a horse from Greenbrier to Earlburg, Arkansas, to a baseball game. He said, I was going to whip Tuck McGlathery. He said, I walked around and looked at him, and I got back on my horse and rode off. Said, that's the only man I ever backed down from in my life. He said, I decided I didn't want any part of it.
I thought he was going to go up and shake his hand. Hey,
Didn't you say he got in a fight and they cut him open?
Yes, and they cut him open now. Listen to this. Earl Barnes was there. They got Doc Clark set up on porch. He sat there. I mean, everything. Doc rode the horse from Shirley and came out there, sitting on the porch there at Old Lexington. Sewed him up. Said he never did, no infection, nothing. Never did. He was okay.
You gonna be
Tough
as tough as your grandpa?
Cut him open
great
without
grandpa?
any antiseptic or anything. Anesthetic, I mean.
The tough, but he's tough.
You got
See?
one?
We were waltzing at night in Kentucky beneath the beautiful harvest moon. And I was the boy that was lucky, but it all ended too soon. As we sat here alone in the moonlight, I can see your smiling face, and alone once more for your embrace and the beautiful Kentucky one. We were waltzing at night in Kentucky beneath the beautiful harvest moon. And I was the boy that was lucky, but it all ended too soon. As we said goodbye in the moonlight, I can see your smiling face, and once more for your embrace and the beautiful Kentucky one.
Cool. Danny Boy and Amazing Grace.
It's like you look beyond my fault. Another tune. Amazing grace will always be my song of praise, for it was grace that bought my liberty. I do not know just why he came to love me so. He looked beyond my fault and saw my need. I shall forever lift my eyes to Calvary to view the cross where Jesus died for me. How marvelous this grace that caused my falling saw my need. If not for grace, my soul would be a drifting ship with no safe harbor from the angry waves. But Calvary's cross shines through the darkest storm, and just in time His mercy rescues me. I shall forever lift my eyes to Calvary, to view the cross where Jesus died for me. How marvelous this grace that caught my falling soul. He looked beyond my fault and saw my need.
And they make a wonderful couple, raising a couple great kids. And he's quite a young entrepreneur. He's got some great ideas for the world, and I think he'll probably come up with some really good things. I think you'll probably see some very good inventions in the next few years that will change our way of life, literally, and the way we get around in the world.
And that's all you were supposed to say about
I
it.
know, and that's all I'm saying. The rest is up to him. But anyway, he's a terrific musician. Great big fella, plays a handmade auto harp that he makes himself. He wrote a lot of really fine songs, but this is one of them he wrote when he lived here. He moved back to Nashville, where the big money is. But anyway, this is one he called Ozark Hills. They got 50s and 100s over there.
You play, it's really out of
C.
C, but it goes into the F, right?
No.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In these hills I was born. I thought I'd never roam, but times got hard and I had to go away. How I miss the folks back home, and I feel so all alone. But in my heart I'm going back someday. How I love these Ozark hills. I close my eyes and see the valleys and the fields. And though I'm far away, you can always hear me say, Lord, I love these Ozark hills. Lord, I love these Ozark hills. Hey, gal. day. How I love these Ozark hills. I close my eyes and see the valleys and the fields. And though I'm far away, you can always hear me say, Lord, I love these Ozark hills. Lord, I love these Ozark hills. Oh, how I love these Ozark hills.
It is. I'm telling you. You'll be getting hungry again.
No wonder I'm
pretty
getting
soon.
so hungry.
See, I knew that.
I can do without a little
That's
bit.
what you get when you live with somebody for 38 years, you know. You kind of get to know that when they get for sticking around, coming out for the picking part. And if you haven't got your official Ozark Folk Center button, you know, you get that. We've got the $2 discount tickets also to the park, our calendar of events, Arkansas State Parks calendar, and Clancy CDs, shirts, and great-looking caps.
Shirts and caps.
I said, I'm
shirts
so
and
glad
caps.
you put princess on there because I'm the
Hey.
queen, so I wouldn't want you to
Right.
put queen on there.
I got one of the shirts, the sweatshirts too.
I saw a
Oh, and
sweatshirt a while ago,
sweatshirts.
yeah.
Well, we're going to be needing those here pretty soon. Oh, well,
You're wearing one, aren't you?
But you can get them on the website.
that's right. It's what? Say what? What's the...
www.clancyferguson.com and you can order one.
All right,
You're
there
wearing a
you
Clancy
go.
Ferguson shirt, aren't you?
Great.
She's
Or,
wearing.
I mean,
Actually, this is our discontinued.
It's the
Oh, yeah, I got
discontinued.
We have one left in stock.
One left in stock.
yeah, ready for winter. Oh, no.
He does the pack muling.
That's right. All right, Arkansas Traveler out of D it is.
All right, sounds good.
Enjoy it.
All righty then.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you all very much.
You're the best audience we've had today.